In our last segment, we were talking about distractions. Maybe you just took the time to maybe list some of your distractions. Some of those things you just need to work on. Some of those things that just need to be noticed or pinpointed in your life. Working next into my story, after I started dealing with distractions, I fell under some pressure. There was just so much pressure. The pressure of the fact that I had let everybody down. The pressure that I had hurt my wife and my daughter. The pressure of just being an embarrassment. So here I was now unemployed. We were homeless. Now I have the pressure of to being a provider. What am I going to do next? Where am I going to work? How am I going to get a job? We moved to the area just to pastor the church. What do? Do we go somewhere else? There was a lot of pressure there. Then I went to this verse, Psalm 55. And I found out that there was another pressure that I was dealing with. It says in verse 3, because of the voice of the enemy, because of the pressure of the wicked, for they bring down trouble upon me, and in anger they bear a grudge against me. To tell you that people hated me at this moment is an understatement. The pressure that I was receiving. There were things being said like, I will make sure that Mickey Bell never stands on stage again. There were things said, Mickey, why don't you just disappear? It would be a good thing for all of us if you just disappear. There were people telling me they were going to destroy me. It was just a bad time in my life. I had a lot of pressure. And that was in addition to the pressure that I was putting on myself. And some of you are going to know what I'm talking about when I say this. Because I had done so much wrong, now I had the pressure of trying to be as perfect as possible. I was trying my best to overcome everything that I had done bad with so much good. It's almost like I had to reprove myself to everyone. I would go to sleep crying because of the pressure. I couldn't understand what I was feeling until I read this verse and I found out because of the pressure of the wicked. It wasn't just the individuals that were trying to destroy me. It was the actual enemy that was trying to destroy me. He of all people knew more than I did that God had bigger plans for me. And he couldn't just sit idle by and wait and just let those plans happen. So he had to start attacking me. He used my distractions, but then he also used pressure. Because he used that pressure to try to get into my head and try to make me think that I'm never going to become who I need to be. The pressure in my head that I was going to become exactly who everyone else was telling me to be. So what pressure are you under? Let me share one story with you about the pressure of the wicked. During the time that we were homeless, we had a couple that came to our home before we moved out. He was a brand new believer. I had never met him before. He had just heard of me. He and his wife came and they stood in our living room. And of course, we're just broken and crying all the time. And he said, God wanted us to help you. We didn't know what this looked like. We didn't know what he was about to do. But he informed us, he says, we have a vacation home down on the river. And we're going to give you the keys to our river house, and you stay there as long as you need to stay to get back on your feet. Rent free. You don't owe us anything. And he made this statement, I can't believe that Christian people are treating you the way that they're treating you. Little did I know what was about to take place. We move into this one bedroom river house. Yes, it was peaceful. It was crowded, but it was free. Amen. We were there. We stayed there until I was able to find a job, and my wife found a job, and we kind of got back up on our feet. He told me after we had moved out, he said, I don't know if you know this or not. He said, but I got a few phone calls from some people who really don't like you. And I said, really? What did they want? He said, they offered me 3 times what I paid for this river house if I would kick y'all out. The pressure of the wicked. See, there's just some people that can't accept just the fact that you've done something wrong. They've got to push you down even further. And I only share that story because there's some of you that's feeling the pressure. You're feeling the pressure of the wicked. You're feeling the pressure of the enemy. And that's why your life seems so miserable right now. Can I go back to Psalm 55? Because of the voice of the enemy, because of the pressure of the wicked, for they bring down trouble upon me, and in anger they bear a grudge against me. Did I let some people down? Absolutely. Could they justify being mad at me? Absolutely. Just like in your life. But you and I have to continue to deal with those emotions and with those feelings and with those decisions. But God understands this pressure. And he says, I can remove the pressure from you if you will let me. So let's get rid of the distractions. Let's get rid of the pressure. It's time to move on now. Don't worry about what they're saying. Don't worry about what they're doing. I am living proof that God will take care of you if you'll first take care of yourself.